Hearts, a mindfulness-based coaching program that works with developing resilience and well-being. Part 2 of 6, Engaging with Choice. In this presentation we will look at working with gaps, working with edges, and working with choice. Viktor Frankl lived through some of the most difficult and challenging of times as a prisoner during the Second World War. Years later, when reflecting on his experience and how he managed through those remarkable years, he referred to one central philosophy that kept him going amidst all of the difficulty and suffering that he experienced. And it was this following insight. Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. These are powerful words, and the stimulus that Frankl refers to could be any experience, any challenging experience. It may be a difficult phone call, bad news, or something significantly more challenging. How do I respond? How aware am I of the gap between the stimulus and the response? Yet Frankl's words are both comforting and challenging, because between the stimulus and response, there is that gap that allows me to choose the response that best serves me and those around me who I care for. Working with that gap to choose my response may take some time. Frankl spoke about experiencing a certain freedom and growth through these responses, which seems to suggest that when we use the gap wisely to pick an appropriate response, maybe even an appropriate attitude, it generally is well aligned to our core values and to what we hold dear. So we've looked at working with the gap between stimulus and response, and now we look at working with edges. And so what does this mean? Let's draw then again on the work of another renowned psychologist, Mikhail Csikszentmihalyi, and his concept of flow. As the diagram on the screen shows, we all possess a certain amount of skills, and we all experience a certain amount of challenge. So when the challenges that we experience are low and our skills level are high, we often experience boredom. No challenge. Conversely, when the skills cannot meet the high challenges that we face, in that situation we tend to experience severe stress or anxiety. Flow occurs when our skills level meets the level of challenge that we experience, so that we feel the challenge, but it doesn't overwhelm us. When we are working on the edges of our comfort zone, within our comfort zone, but still being pushed, not being overwhelmed, but still being challenged, then awareness of when we are working on those edges of our comfort zone is important. Choosing to build our skills to meet fresh challenges can be helpful during these times. Choosing to acknowledge the challenging edges that we are experiencing helps us to open up and to take on new skills that can keep us in flow and help us to manage the challenging experiences that come our way. There is an old saying that says, if you keep on doing what you're doing, you'll always get what you have. And if you keep on thinking as you're thinking, well, nothing will change either. In many ways, I can only control my own performance, my response to choose in whichever way I feel serves me best.